Welcome back to Washington Watch. I'm Tony Perkins, your host, and the website is tonyperkins.com. All right, yesterday, a federal judge issued a preliminary injunction barring U.S. Department of Defense from punishing a group of Navy service members who have religious objections to the Pentagon's vaccine mandate. In the court order, Judge Reed O'Connor of the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas pointed out that the Navy's religious accommodation process is, quote, by all accounts, theater, end quote, noting that the Navy has not granted a single religious exemption to any vaccine in recent memory. Joining me now to talk about this victory from the courts over the vaccine mandate is Mike Berry, General Counsel for First Liberty Institute, whose legal group is representing the Navy sailors. Mike, welcome back to the program.
Hey, Tony, it's great to be back with you.
Congratulations. I know it's a temporary injunction, but it is a significant one.
It is significant. You know, this is the first major victory, at least on behalf of service members, against the vaccine mandate. I think this is going to send a clear message around the nation that there is a way to challenge the vaccine mandate, especially for people of faith. So our hope is that even though this injunction applies only to our clients right now, this is a blueprint for how to proceed with other lawsuits or other challenges to the vaccine mandate, again, by people of faith serving in uniform and perhaps even beyond.
So kind of walk us through the process. I mean, this is temporary. It'll be litigated. It would go to the Fifth Circuit, if I'm not mistaken, if it's appealed.
Yeah, that's correct. You know, the ball is squarely in the Navy's court. They have to decide whether they're going to appeal this or not. If they do decide to appeal, it'll go to the Fifth Circuit. But I think Judge O'Connor's ruling is pretty comprehensive and thorough. It's a 26-page preliminary injunction decision, and it lays out really all the arguments necessary to show that exactly as you highlighted at the beginning, Tony, that everything that the Navy has done and really the Department of Defense has done so far has been theater. It doesn't matter what kind of window dressing you put on the process if we know, and we all know, that this is a predetermined outcome, that every single religious accommodation request submitted was going to be denied before it was even submitted, then it's really a sham process. And that's no way to run a country or to run a military.
Now, I mentioned these were 35 sailors. These are Navy SEALs. These are kind of the elite fighters there in the Navy, which you and I as Marines have a great appreciation for. Any other highlights in the judge's ruling that are significant?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and first of all, the decision is available at firstliberty.org for anybody who wants to read it. It's a very powerful decision. And like I said, it goes through and explains in detail exactly why what the Navy and what the DoD is doing is wrong and violates the Constitution and violates the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. And I think one of the most important pieces of it, Tony, is when the ruling says that the DoD vaccine mandate, when there is no provision for religious accommodations, that violates the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, and it violates the First Amendment, and the government does not have a compelling interest. There is no compelling interest in forcing people to violate their conscience and violate their religious freedom and get a vaccine that they have a religious objection to. The government is not able to carry its burden of showing that it has a compelling interest. For months now, we've heard the Pentagon say over and over again that, oh, well, we have to have everybody vaccinated. This is a matter of national security, so on and so forth. Well, this ruling severely undercuts that argument and says, if it's really such a matter of national security, you wouldn't be kicking people out. You would want every available person in the fight. And that's exactly what these Navy SEALs should be doing. They should be fighting for our freedom, fighting to defend our nation and our interests. Instead, they're fighting for their careers.
You know, I know you're a lawyer, not a doctor, but doesn't the fact that the Omicron variant, the fact that it can spread to vaccinated and unvaccinated, make an even stronger case for how unnecessary these vaccine mandates are for young, healthy individuals such as those in our military?
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring that up. The Department of Defense continues to create a moving target for why people have to get vaccinated, why service members have to get vaccinated. You know, in the early days, we were told it's to prevent infection and prevent transmission. Well, now, of course, we, just as you said, we now know that the fully vaccinated and fully boosted can also both contract and transmit the virus. So that's no longer their argument. Now they're saying, well, we need it in order to prevent serious injury or death, right? And so it continues to be a moving target. They continue to allow medical and administrative exemptions. And at least until yesterday's ruling, they were not granting any religious exemptions. So to me, I mean, the word theater is really a great way to describe exactly what it is. It's all political theater. I'm not afraid to say that. I think this is all really a political agenda that's being foisted upon our service members. I think that's a terrible thing for America. It's a terrible thing for freedom. It really harms our national security, and it causes the American people to lose trust and confidence in the Department of Defense and its ability to carry out its mission. When you start to believe that your military is nothing more than a mercenary force of people who are just going to receive a paycheck and do whatever they're told, that's not freedom. That's not America. Right. That's what you might expect to see in North Korea or China, but not here.
Yeah, that is scary. Mike Berry, as always, great to talk with you. And again, congratulations for a job well done to you and to First Liberty Institute.
Thanks, Tony. It was a great day for religious freedom, for sure.